students. Hello everyone. How are you? I hope you all are fine. Okay. So, this is our English lecture. This is our English lecture. In the last lecture, we learned the poem 1. We learned the poem 1. The poem 1 name is The Road Not Taken. The poet name is Robert Frost. Okay. So, now we will discuss about the question answer of the poem, and once again I repeating the poem. Okay, once again I repeating the poem. If you have any doubt in the poem, so today we will clear it. Okay, so pay attention in the book. Okay, The Road Not Taken. This is our poem 1, page number 15. Open the book. Open it. Okay. See, now what was in the poem? In the previous lecture, we discussed the whole poem. Now, I am just repeating this poem. I am not read it all the poem, just what was in the poem that I revised you. Okay. See, in the poem, the poet is a bold and courageous person. Right? The poet is bold and the courageous persons. The desire is to, the desire of the poet, that is something new in his life. He want to do something new in his life. So here the poem name is The Road Not Taken. Right? In that the poem want to do new things, new travel. Okay, but the poet is in a difficult situation. With difficult situation, two roads are diverged in a road. So at the middle point, the poet came, and now he has to decide where to go. So this is a choice. This is a difficult choice to make the future. So everyone, we have the also choice in our life. So we came in a middle point. Now where to go, what to choose, this is the difficult situation, and this choice is affect the future. This choice will be the effect in future. Okay. So suppose I am giving the one example. Suppose in the 10th, okay, in the 10th we completed the 10th, and now there is a 2, or we can say the 3 road. That one is science stream, second one is commerce stream, and third stream is art stream. Now where to go, choices is yours, and it will affect the future. It will affect definitely in the future, right? If you are choosing the science stream, then you have to do the science. If you want to choose commerce, then you have to do the commerce till 2 years. Okay, in science till 2 years, in arts till 2 years. Now what was the decision? What is the choice? There is a choice. Which choice? To decide where to go. Here same, the poet has a difficult situation in the middle. The poet was stand, and now what he has to decide? He has to decide which road he has to take to go or to carry the further travel. The poet is a traveler. or we can say that they like to travel different things or different places, right? So this is the poet, this is the poem, this is the middle point of the poem, we can say that, or the story of this poem. So you have to write or you have to remember this only, the choice is the difficult, the choice is the difficult in the life, okay. So in the next, now we are moving to the poem. This example is our real life. So now we will come to the poem. We will come to the poem. Okay. So two roads are there. In the middle point, the poet was stand and they decide where to go, here or here. Okay. So what the poet choose? The poet choose the shortest way, or the way look like good, the way the poet choose. Okay. Then what the poet decide? The poet decide to go to travel both the roads, because the chance is never came again. The chance is never came again. Okay. So this is our main story of the poem. The poem main point is the choice between right and wrong. The choice between right and wrong. If we choose right thing, then it will affect our future, and if we will decide or if we will choose the bad things or the wrong choice, then also it will affect our future. The difference is that one is right and one is wrong. Okay. So whatever we choose, we have to follow that, we have to implement in our life. Okay. Clear this poem? Now moving further to the exercise. Okay, everyone have to open their book. I am writing all the questions here. Okay, and in homework you have to show me these questions. You are writing or not. Okay, so everyone have to put this exercise in the group. Okay, so I'll check your question answer. You are right or not. So thinking about the poem, page number 16. In that first question, where does the traveler find himself? What problem does he face? Now, what was our first question? Here I am writing down, okay. Where does the traveler find himself? Find himself. What problem does he face? Okay, this is our first question. Here I write it the answer. The poet or the traveler find himself at a point where two roads where two roads diverge. Where two roads diverge. His problem is decide on which road he should walk or he should go. He should This is our first question. Answer. Where does the traveler find himself? What problem does he face? Here traveler is given, so here I write it down. If here poet is given, then I write it down poem. The traveler finds himself at a point where two roads diverge. Two roads diverge. It means two roads parts. The one side is this and one side is this. It is means diverge. His problem is decide on which road he should walk. Which problem? On which road he should walk. This is the problem. Write it down in your book. Then we will carry the second questions. Done? Okay. Moving to the second questions. Discuss what this phrase mean to you. Second question is meaning of phrase. Okay. So here write it down first. Question 2 in that first one. Okay. A yellow wood. The meaning of a yellow wood. Yellow wood, it means a forest in autumn season. A yellow wood, it means a forest in autumn season. Now second one. It was grassy and wanted wear. It was grassy and wanted wear. It means the road was grassy. The road was grassy because it was less traveled. It was a less traveled road. It wanted people to move on it. What is the first phrase? A yellow wood, a forest in a autumn season. It means a yellow wood. It was grassy and wanted wear. The road was grassy because it was a less traveled road. It wanted people to move on it. Okay, write it down in your book. Now moving to the third. Third, that is the passing there. The passing there. The passing there, it means it implies walking on the road. Walking on the road. Now moving further, the fourth one. Leaves no step hard trodden black. This is the line of the poem. Leaves no step had trodden black. This is the fourth question. It phrase means it means the leaves had not been it means the leaves had not been crushed under the feet of travelers. What? Leaves no step had trodden black. It means the leaves had not been crushed under the feet of travelers. Now fifth one. First write it down, these two. Done. Now moving to the fifth. Moving to the fifth one. How well leads on to way. Meaning of this phrase is how one road leads to another. How one road leads to another. This is our fifth question. How way leads on to way? Then the refers to this answer is how one road leads to another. How one road leads to another. Question 3. In that, is there any difference between the two roads as the poet described them? Is there any difference between the two roads as the poet described them? In that first is, question 3, in that first is in stanza 2 and 3. In stanza 2 and 3. The answer is there is no difference. There is no difference between the two roads in stanza 2 or 3. 2 and 3. Write it down in your book. Done? Done? In stanza 2 and 3. So, there is no difference between the two roads in stanza 2 and 3. Not any stanza. Here the poem have 4 stanzas. The two roads are same in the 4 stanzas. Done? Now, moving further to second one. Question 3. In that second one. Question 3. In that second one is, I am not writing down your questions, so please you have to write to see from your book. There is no difference between the second one is in the last 2 lines of the poem. In the last 2 lines of the poem. In the 2 lines of the poem. In the last 2 lines. In the last 2 lines of the poem, the poet tells that the road he opted for is less traveled. What in the last two lines of the poem? The last two lines of the poem, that poet tells that the road he opt means he choose, for is less traveled. Write it down in your book. Okay, done. So, in today's homework is, I write it down the question that you have to put in the homework group. Okay, you have to put this question answer in the homework group. I'll check. Okay, so everyone have to write down this question answer from the board. Okay, if you have any doubt, any query regarding question, regarding poem and regarding the chapter that we learned, so you can ask me in the comment box. Okay, you all have to write it down, compulsory. Okay, in your fair book you have to write it down. Clear everyone? Okay, so now in the question 4 and the other questions we will discuss in our next session. Okay, till then, goodbye students and take care.